Hi, today I am doing a review of a soap cutter, and I got this soap cutter from Bud's Woodshop. I have really gotten into making homemade soap, and I love doing it, but I've been cutting it with a knife, and even though I can do it pretty well, I usually lose about 1 bar per loaf out of an 8-loaf bar just because I can't cut it straight. So I contacted Bud at Bud's Woodshop and asked him if he would be willing to send me one in exchange for a review, because I've heard great things about all the soapers from him and everyone just loves this cutter, and I thought, well, why not? So he very happily agreed to send me one, and I have been using it for about a month now, and I have to tell you, I love it. I'm going to run through a little bit of the features here, so if you get one, you can know how to use it and how to get set up, because it takes about 2 minutes to set it up, but it's really super simple. The first thing when you get it, your string is going to be loose. Can you hear that dull kind of thud? So when you come, your string is going to be really loose, and you're going to need to tighten your string. So you just twist this until it starts to tighten, and see how it's starting to change. And you want it to get pretty high, kind of like you're tuning a piano. My parents used to own their own piano manufacturing company in our house growing up, and they manufactured Nickelodeons. So I always remember my dad tuning pianos. There, can you hear how it's changing now? Just a little bit more. Now you don't want to over tighten it, because if you over tighten it, then your string can pop, of course. So don't let the kids play with this, and don't do about a quarter turn for each. There. Hear that high-pitched sound? So in order to adjust the width of your bars, all you need to do is adjust this little slide right here by untwisting and then pushing it back or forward to the size that you want. Then he's also added this little block so that if you have long bars, you can just put this underneath to hold up the end of your long bars. I make shorter bars, so it doesn't really matter for me. Then, in order to cut your soap, you just pull down, and there's your soap. These are little sample bars that I'm making for a show that I'm doing. This is hot process soap, so I can sell it in 2 weeks when my show is. But these are sample bars for kids that I'm trying out. Then, if I wanted, I can adjust it for my other bars. So let me finish cutting this one, and I'll show you how I adjust it for my other bars. Then one thing I don't do every time, but you're supposed to do, is wipe off this wire so that the soap doesn't, how do I say, drag through the rest of the soap and make drag marks. But I don't always do that. You can do that if you want, and it just depends on the soap I'm making, I guess I should say. So like this fancier soap, I will wipe it off after each one, and you can use a towel or whatever you want. Now for this one, I just loosen the bar, and then I just adjust where I think, because I have the embeds on here. So I want to make sure that I get in between the bars and not get my embeds. So for this one, I just go in between my embeds, since I know my embeds are 1 inch apart, and then they'll be close enough that it won't matter, but I can still make sure I don't cut off my embeds. So I have to say, I really like this cutter. I can understand why everyone is raving about this cutter, because now I'm going to be raving about this cutter, and I'm going to be sharing this video with everybody because really his customer service is excellent. I got it really fast, really quick. It's a great quality product. I've cut about 20 loaves of soap so far with this, and I've had absolutely no problems, and it has just been really a pure delight to use. It's just been so nice being able to cut nice, even bars. So I would say if you're wanting to get into the hobby or even the business of soap making, I would definitely invest in one of these from Bud's Woodshop. He did a great job, and I just am thoroughly impressed. It just really, really makes the job so much easier. So if you need a soap cutter, please check out Bud's Woodshop, and I hope you have a great day and happy soap making.